Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new video. This being a pickups for December and Christmas presents video. Let's get into it. So you may have noticed that through December I have put out a lot less videos than what I would normally do. I just felt like I wanted a break from it. I wanted to slow down on my output because, let's be fair, it's been excessive and I think that needs to come to a close. That needs to stop. So I will be doing videos, just not as frequently as what I once were. And part of what I've decided to do is actually do a monthly video pickup video. I said video twice there. A monthly video rather than, you know, or post opening here, post opening there every other day, or, you know, a new release pickup, let's open it up. Let's be fair, everyone else does openings of videos and this sort of thing, so I'm showing you nothing that can't be seen elsewhere on other channels, on better channels. So I thought I'd just culminate it all into one video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the presents that I got first, and then I will show the physical media items that I picked up over the past month. So I'm going to begin with this. So the first gift I got was this graphic novel here from Titan Comics of Heatseeker, a Gun Honey series. Now I read the Gun Honey series comics. I've got the others. This was actually a Father's Day gift from one of my sons who, since Father's Day, the middle of the year, I've only seen once. I've only seen him once, and that was when we went to the Batman exhibition together up in London, and he forgot to bring this for me then. So, you know, he's brought it for me over at Christmas. You know, it's got to that point in life now where my kids are at ages where they've got their own jobs, they've got their own lives, and getting to see them all often is quite a difficult thing to happen. So it does come together now and then, but yeah, so he got me that for Father's Day, so I just thought I would show that. Now, I haven't got many a gift to show. Me and the wife said we weren't going to get each other very much for Christmas. We were going to use the money to go out and do stuff with, that sort of a thing, because let's be fair, we buy ourselves what we want all throughout the year pretty much. That being said, we did get ourselves a few presents. We did spend more than what we were going to originally, and but we are going out, and by the time this airs, I will have seen Back to the Future, the live stage show. We're going to see that. But first of all, she got me these two little metallic images done of my two dogs to go into like wallet. Storm there and Brody there. So that's lovely. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, but what did she actually get me? So first of all, she got me this. Now, usually I'll do these as openings, but I've already opened them because I wasn't going to do them as openings. I'll just show you them opened out of the box. And it is a Diamond Select Silver Surfer PVC statue, which is really cool. Look at my finger. My finger's still bruised. That's going to be about 6 months before I get rid of that. It'll be interesting to see how long that takes, that bruise, to grow out of that nail. But yeah, so we have Norrin Rad, the Silver Surfer there, on board his surfer. It's already got dusty. Look at that. Already, it's only been out for a couple of days and it's already dusty. Because all the work's going on in the house and that sort of thing. So yeah, Silver Surfer, lovely PVC statue. Fantastic. I like that a lot. It's pretty cool. He's a cool looking character, Silver Surfer. Yeah, that's nice. I like that a lot. And then the other thing she bought me. Now, if you remember a while ago, I have to get it down and show you. That's my bat wing there. That weren't a gift. A while ago, I got this and I've done an opening for it. And it is a Batmobile with Lucius Fox. A tumbler Batmobile with Lucius Fox within, from McFarlane Toys. Now, I already had the 1989 Batmobile, which is up there as a 2-foot long McFarlane Toys Batmobile, which came from the Flash line of toys when the Flash movie came out. And I bought myself the tumbler, but my wife went on this year to get me this, and again it is a 2-foot in length, in size Batmobile from Batman Forever. So you press the button here and the canopy, it does open like that. You got space in there for a figure. I have got a Batman en route, a Val Kilmer Batman figure to go into it. You know, it's got the seat in there, it's got the steering wheel, etc. Not only that, if you press this button, it all lights up, makes engine noise. And if you press it again, it will just be illuminated like so. There are 2 different ones of these available. This one, and there's another one where it hasn't got the lighting up options, but it's glow in the dark. These elements here glow in the dark, apparently. I can't imagine that being particularly good. So that's that one. I like how the wheels move, but the actual bat symbols stay in one place. It's pretty cool. So yeah, 2-foot in size. She's already said to me for my birthday, she will get me, which is coming out sometime soon, the George Clooney's Batman and Robin vehicle as well, which is just over 2 foot in length. So that's, you know, that's really nice. That is really nice. It also came with a Michael Gough Alfred Pennyworth figure, like so. He's very ashen and grey, isn't he? He always looks like a corpse. But there we go. So we got that. So that's fantastic. And then the other present that I got was from my children. The 3 of them, they came together. They put the money all in one pot for this item here. And it is another Diamond Select PVC gallery statue. And these are quite expensive, actually. And it is Indiana Jones on the bridge from Temple of Doom. Now, there are a couple available, a couple of different ones available. You can get a Raiders of the Lost Ark one, but for me, I think the most iconic look for Indy is the look in Temple of Doom, with the sleeve gone, the sword, and yeah, it's just, I'm not saying it's my favourite Indiana Jones film, it's not, but as character looks go, I think he looks really cool in this film. And this PVC statue here is pretty damn sweet, pretty damn cool. Like that. That's good. So we're going to move on to the physical media side of things now. So let's get into that. Now, this is where things get a bit messy, so to speak. There's a lot of pickups that I've done in December. Outside of the stuff that I may have shown earlier in the month, I think I've done the video with Frozen Empire Steelbook. So I'm not showing that. These are the bits that you probably, or you wouldn't have seen, okay, that I haven't shown. I say it's messy because I went into December with not a lot coming out. It was a quiet looking month. However, it didn't end up that way for one reason or another. I bought several bits off of Facebook, some of the YouTube groups, sorry, not YouTube, the Facebook groups on there where things were being sold and things like that. I bought a few bits. I've subsequently deleted Facebook. I've deleted Facebook now. Although AJ's Movie Place still exists on, sorry, not Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. I'm no longer active on there. So I'm not sharing the videos in groups, which do impact my views and things like that, but I really don't care. And going forward into the new year, I'm going to implement certain changes in my collecting. and I'm not going to be spending half as much as what I do on physical media or collectibles or things like this, because I want to have a big purge on saving money. Now, me and the wife, we do save money. We have a joint savings account that we put money into, and we have a holiday account that we put money into. I don't go on holiday without having the money to go on holiday. So when I go on a cruise, it's all paid for beforehand. I don't pay for a holiday and then pay it back after the fact. It's all done before. I don't use credit cards. I have no overdraft at all with my bank accounts. I don't do debt. Okay, so one thing I am good at doing is controlling my money, in the sense that I work with what I have. So I haven't got into debt with my physical media, like what we have seen with few people coming forward and saying. And it's probably very easy to do that and get into debt. It's you know, I've been there. I have been there in the past. I've had debt. I don't like it. Hated it. And so I don't have debt. Beyond the car that we're paying off, we don't have any debt. So that's good. But what I want to do is I want to save. I want to save moving forward, and I've got a goal in mind. By the end of the year, I want to achieve this goal of savings beyond what we save jointly together. So that leads me to this haul of videos. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you everything that I've picked up in December, and then I'm going to say to you, can I justify that? I'm going to make two piles. One pile of stuff that I say, yeah, definite pickups. The other being, why did I pick these up? Yeah, did I need them? I didn't. Do you know what I mean? That sort of a thing. So we're going to look at it like that. So these are in no particular order of release, but I'll tell you where they come from as and when I get them. I do have a couple of bootlegs in here. Okay, so I'm going to do the bootlegs first. So the first bootleg I requested be done was for the complete TV series of a show called Whiskey Cavalier. It starred Lauren Cohen from The Walking Dead. This was filmed when she stepped away from The Walking Dead for a while, but the series failed. But I enjoyed it, and I wanted it on a physical media release, so I requested a thingy of that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to include these as part of should I have got them or shouldn't I have got them, because next one is What We Do in the Shadows, the complete 6th and final season. It's a travesty that this show, anywhere that I know of, hasn't got a physical media release. You may let me know that I'm wrong, and it has somewhere. I've not really looked into the States or anything, but What We Do in the Shadows ran for 6 seasons. That's 5 years. This show was great. This show was fantastic, and I've got every season bootlegged, so obviously that was gonna continue into this here. And then the other one I requested was 765874 Unification, Star Trek Generations. This is the meeting of Spock and Kirk as Spock is dying, and you know, you may have seen the short come up with a de-aged looking William Shatner in it. I requested this done. It has other bits on the disc as well, some other stuff. I've not got around to looking at it yet. So those were those. You know, I still do on occasion delve into the odd bootleg now and then. So let's get on with the actual official physical media releases. And like I said, there's a fair few. So let's begin. So this I got the other day. I ordered it from Amazon, and it is G.I. Jane, Demi Moore, a film that I didn't have in the collection, a film that I wanted. It is a US release, but it does play on UK players. It is region free. Obviously, this film was directed by Ridley Scott back in the day, in the 1990s, I believe. And yes, one that I've wanted for some time, and I've finally decided to pick it up. Okay, so next up, we have, and this from Lee I went over and picked it up from him. He was selling it, he'd got it, and I said, oh, I'll take it. and it is a 4K steelbook for Train to Busan. Great film, really good zombie movie. Yeah, very good. He was selling it. There was a slight little, just very minor little sort of thing on the steelbook there, as you can see. I knew that, as you know, he said that it's got that on it. I said, yeah, that's fine, I'll pick it up, I'll buy it off you. So I picked that up, so thank you, Lee, for that. Speaking of Lee as well, I picked this up off him as well earlier in the month, and it is the steelbook for Godzilla -1. Even though I did have the special collector's box set, I went for the steelbook also. It was at the point where it sold out, but then it did come back into stock. But yeah, I picked it up from Lee, so again, thank you for supplying that one to me. Good stuff. So let's move on, shall we? Keeping Godzilla in mind, I picked up the Criterion 4K edition of the 1954 original Godzilla movie, which comes with a book and a sort of pop-up thing there. I do love Godzilla. I like the Godzilla movies. Those sort of creature features, they're always fun for me to watch. Creatures running amok kind of thing is enjoyable. That being said, obviously I have that box set there with all of them in on Blu-ray. So yeah, why did I get 4K? Who knows? Moving on, we have this lovely edition here, and this is a double dip for me, and it is this, and this is one of the ones that I got off of Facebook. And it is Blade Runner. I got it for a good price though. Now, although I have Blade Runner 2049, I have two other steelbooks for Blade Runner 2049. No, I have one steelbook and one collector's edition thing. I always wanted a lenticular kind of special edition version with little art cards and that sort of thing in, and thusly it led me to this one here. So, because someone was selling it. That's me. So I am happy with that pickup, because I think that Blade Runner 2049 is a fabulous movie. I prefer it far more to the original Blade Runner. That's just me though. So yeah, very nice. Oh, bless me. Why am I sneezing? I don't know. So there's that one there. Next up. Now, I didn't mind this film. I enjoyed it. Hellboy, The Crooked Man. The new Hellboy film made on a very cheap budget. Much akin to what the comic book is like in tone, in feel. You know, it's actually written by the geezer who created the comic book character himself. So yeah, I actually like this film, and this is the 4K edition I opted for, and it comes with, you know, it came with a double-sided big poster and art cards as well. So, you know, yeah, I didn't have, I thought it was far better than that previous effort of a movie that was given to us. Then next up we have, still sealed, Season 2 of Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol, Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead. I have all the series of The Walking Dead, so obviously it stood to reason that I would pick that one up. Very quick turnaround. The show was on TV, and it was released on physical media, like within a few weeks of it ending, which is great. Now, the next one is just a steelbook, and I've got to still pick up the actual disc to go into it, and that is Folie à Deux, Joker 2. This is a custom-made steelbook. That being said, I'm not in any rush to really pick up the film, and when I do pick up the film, it will very much probably just be a Blu-ray pickup to go within. So yeah, I did show that earlier in the month, Ghostbusters The Frozen Empire, and went into why I picked that up. It's another custom-made steelbook. Okay, and then this came from Matt at Christmas. I paid part of it, he paid the other part of it, and it was the Penguin custom made Steelbook. Obviously, we know now we are getting a Steelbook for Penguin. I really enjoyed this TV show. I thought it was great. Not a big fan of the Batman movie itself, but this show was very, very good. Obviously, I got to get the discs to go into it, and it looks better than the Steelbook that we are apparently getting. So, yes. Now, I wasn't going to pick this up. But I did because I saw another opening of it, and I thought the Steelbook looked great. And that was The Sixth Sense. It's fabulous Steelbook, really nice, you know, door handle, 6 on it, and embossed effect to it. It's really nice Steelbook. I can't fault that. It's yeah, but I wasn't originally going to pick that up till I saw the style of Steelbook. But there we go. Now, another one I picked up off of Facebook groups, and this is still sealed. I won't open it, and it is the Cine Museum edition of Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn. The Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey. Yeah, this is number 327 of 500 released. But I got it for a very good price. Nice lenticular on the front. I already have a Steelbook for it. So, yeah, a lot of impulse buys here. We'll come into that. Next up, this is because of Matt. Matt showed me this. This was for sale. No film in it. It was just the box. And it's a lenticular for Aquaman. Now, I really like the first Aquaman film. I think it's really good. I just have a standard release for it. A standard 4K Amaray release for this film. I don't have a Steelbook for it. That being said, I can take the book out that's in there. There's a book with all bits and bobs in it, and I can put the Amaray thing, you know, the Amaray case into that. Like I said, it's got a lovely lenticular on it, and it's got a nice spot gloss back to it. Very nice indeed. Not only that, it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't open all these up. Right, but it comes with Aquaman envelope and these have got lenticular cards inside, magnet cards. There's 7 of them. You got 1 for Aquaman, 1 for Mira, Black Manta, Orm, King Nereus, Atlanta, and Nudis Volco. Okay, so just trust me that they're all, you know, they're all sort of lenticular cards within. So yeah, that's nice. So as you can see, I said that I was going to purchase some bits and pieces that would sort of add to the collection as opposed to be part, you know, new to the collection. So make a special edition out of things. But that's even something that I'm not looking at wanting to do as I move forward with my collecting. So there's that one. Yeah. Next up, another one, because Matt showed me it. And that is a Manta Lab release for Moon Knight, like so. I do have Moon Knight itself on its standard Steelbook release. It's got lenticular front and back. It's got Steelbook inside, which is the same as the outer image. Well, the front is anyway. And also it has, this opens up and it has little character cards and things inside there. I won't get them out, nor will I unseal the Steelbook. So I picked up that one also. Okay, moving on. Then we have Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner's new film I imported from the States, Horizon, which was one of my top films of the year, which I really loved. Yeah, so I imported it. There was a German one. I was afraid that it may not have all the English subs, so I imported the US one as well. There is a digital code in there. I'm going to show you the digital code if anyone wants to redeem it. please feel free to grab it, because it's of no use to me. Okay. Drop a T. Next up, Steelbook. Steelbook, the film that's got a 4K release in the US, I believe, recently, but had a bit of drama surrounding it in that there was a deleted or edited. It had been edited down for some unknown reason. Riddick, it's just Blu-ray and DVD within that. It's a French release, I believe. Yeah, I grabbed that. It was available, and spur of the moment, or like that, I will pick it up for myself. Next up, another one that I wasn't gonna pick up, but I'd had it on pre-order with HMV. I forgot I had it on pre-order with HMV. I had login issues with HMV, not thinking that I had anything on pre-order with them. Subsequently, the money was taken, the film was dispatched, and I ended up with it, which I'm not against the fact that I've got it. I may have picked it up somewhere down the line, not necessarily the Steelbook, but it was for signs. So I just went with it because, like I said, I'd forgot I had it on pre-order. Not as nice a Steelbook as the Sixth Sense one. I also feel that the art on this is a bit misleading in what the film is, in that it's the world with symbols across it. It makes it look like you know, I prefer the farmhouse with the crop circles leading up to it. This makes it seem like it's a big alien invasion movie, which, well, it's not, is it? Come on, it's signs. It's about a man who's lost his faith and his journey to rediscovery of said faith. That's what the film's about. Set to the backdrop of an alien invasion, which is centered around his farmhouse. For us, we see it from their perspective, their point of view. It's a great film. It's probably one of my favourite M. Night Shyamalan movies. So, yeah, it's a good film. Next up, we have Transformers 1. Again, top 10 film of mine this year. I really enjoyed this film. I loved it. I did go for the Steelbook edition. It was released on a Tuesday. And it got a very quick, you know, it was announced just sort of like, it didn't have a date. And then all of a sudden, bam, it's dropping on a Tuesday, just before Christmas, not long before Christmas. A few weeks before Christmas. I was a bit put off by the trailer. I didn't like the look of the humour. But when I watched the film, I was blown away. I thought it was a really good film, a really enjoyable movie. And obviously a welcome addition to the comic books, obviously, to the comic books, to the collection. Obviously, up here, as you can see, these are all Transformer books. I have 2 shelves of them, complete. There's 100 editions. There's 100 of these books. 100 of these books here that reprint everything from the original Marvel UK, US runs right the way through to several years ago. 100 of them. They're a £10 a book. And a Death's Head figure. Yeah, with my Optimus Prime right there. Yeah, very good, very good. So yeah, big Transformers fan. Next up, we have Steelbook that I bought off of CEX Online. I've only ever bought one other Steelbook from CEX Online. That was Terminator 3. I took a risk with it. It paid off. I thought I'd take a risk again with this one, because a little while ago I would have done a video. I showed it in December, I think, and I went and picked up Die Hard Steelbook from CEX. I traded some stuff in. I'm not showing that here because obviously I've shown it already. And someone said to me, oh, there's a Die Hard 4 Steelbook that's the same style. So lastly, I went and got it. I ordered it. I took the risk. It was £10 of a CEX. I had vouchers as well, so I didn't pay too much in the way of cash for it. And yeah, Die Hard 4. It was an okay film. I think it's elevated by the crap that is Die Hard 5. Die Hard, that's the only good thing that came out of Die Hard 5, that it made this film look a masterpiece in by comparison. So, yeah, so that's another one there. Then we have another Steelbook, and this Steelbook I picked up off of the marketplace, off of a Facebook group, and for me it is my 42nd favourite film of all time. Yes, this film sits squarely at number 42 in my top movies of all time. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's got it's very slight. It's got embossing on the front and on the back as well. So this is a Steelbook that I'm happy with that Steelbook. Very happy with that Steelbook. I've wanted it for a while. Someone was selling it, and thusly I bought it. No J card. That don't bother me in the least. But there we go. So there's that. Next up is another one that I bought off of Facebook. A film that I was quite critical of when it came out, although I quite like Joel Kinnaman. And it's a nice Steelbook, and I bought it primarily because it's a nice Steelbook rather than the film. And it was selling it quite cheap, and I bought it along with like the Blade Runner and that sort of thing. And it is for the movie Silent Night. Yeah, it's got one of them lovely slips that come off. I'm giving you a Steelbook like that. Two discs inside. Yeah, again, an impulse buy. So yeah, we have that as well. Next up, so we are nearly at an end. Okay, I've got a couple more items. Next up, I bought this. Now it's not a film per se, but it's for films. I bought this box, this Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse box here, all that sort of thingy on, to put in my Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse editions that I've got. Well, I'm going to use it for all of the films. So Into the Spider-Verse there, I've got that one, then I've got this here, which is Across the Spider-Verse. I do have another Steelbook for Spider-Verse over there, which can go in. And then when the third and final film, we do get the third and final film, that will go in also. Also, it did come with a envelope there with a lovely lenticular. It's got that's a protective sheet over it. Lenticular magnet, like so. Pretty cool. So yeah, that was £15 for that box. I paid £15 for that box. I'm quite pleased with that, especially when I fill it with the third film as well. It'll just be all of them in there. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. The discs, films inside, I already had. So then last item I bought, and this was a expensive buy, a blind buy, which I try not to do anymore. However, I saw an opening for it. I thought it was a really nice set. I do want to watch the films. I watched the trailers for each of the films, and even the latter films in the franchise. Thought, okay, there might be an element of fun there for me, being that I like films like Jason X and things like that. And I did spend money and buy the Critters box set from Arrow. The 4 Critters films with posters in each, you know, newly commissioned art, that sort of thing, reversible sleeves. And I do want to watch these. You know, they look like they'll be my kind of rubbish, so to speak. And a lovely book there, square bound book with all art and writings about the films within. So I did spend quite big on that, because that was about 50 quid. something silly like that. So there we go. So there we have that. The pickups, a very busy month. I picked up a lot, but how can I justify these as piles? And that's what we're going to look into now. You know, we're going to have a quick look, and I'm going to see if I can justify. I've made 2 piles in front of me. You may have seen me putting some on either side of the camera, and I've made 2 piles. One pile that I can justify, the other pile that, to be honest, can I justify? Probably not. We'll see how we go, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's take a look. Okay, so like I said, this year I've got certain goals that I want to achieve, 2025, certain goals with savings that I want to achieve. And that means that silly buying like this is now out of the window. I don't get myself into debt. Like I said, I don't have a credit card. I don't have a overdraft limit or anything like that. I've had debt in the past. I don't wish to revisit having debt. It's not a nice place to be. So I do control my spending in a sense. However, I do. And December's always a bad time. December is a bad time for me in purchasing. I don't know why, but I think it's psychologically, it's something to do with Christmas and feeling that I need to treat myself. Although I buy stuff all year round. It's you know, I know that it's an issue. I get that. I understand it. I get that it's a problem up here in this goddamn head of mine. But yeah, does anyone else have that issue? They feel that, you know, come December, I'll treat myself. But there we go. Anyway, so 2 piles. Let's take a look at what are in those piles and how I justified these purchases. So first of all, I'm going to do the ones that I can and feel that I can justify as a purchase. So first up is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Great film. I love the film. 42nd favourite film of all time. I've always wanted this Steelbook, and I've got it. So, yes, justification achieved. Next up, Transformers 1. Speaks for itself. Top 10 film of the year. Obviously, I was going to get it. Justified. Number 2. Yeah, I can justify that. It's a great film. Again, top 10 film of all time. We're getting into the realm of questionability here, in that I bought that. It's just a box, but I liked Aquaman, so yeah, I can, and it weren't that expensive. It was a good price. It just adds to a film that I already had. Okay, I'm going to say yes to Penguin. We got it. Me and Matt bought some of these Steelbooks, custom-made Steelbooks. In doing so, we got offers with them. We were given free Steelbook that we could then sell, and did sell, made some money back on stuff. Obviously, I've got to get the discs to go in. So you could say, well, it ain't really justified because you would have bought it anyway. And the official release came out with a Steelbook with the discs. Now you got to get the official release for the discs, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, next up, and I'm not sure, this one's sitting, I'm going to put that to the side. Next one I can justify is Daryl Dixon. I've got all the other Walking Deads, and I love The Walking Dead. I've got all the comics of The Walking Dead. So there we go. Next one I can justify is Hellboy, because it's a new film. I enjoyed the film. Yes. Next justification goes to Blade Runner 2049. Even though I have a couple of editions of this already. I have the Mondo Steelbook for it, which actually goes for a lot of money now, and I have a special collector's edition as well that came out when the film first came out. I've always wanted a nice lenticular Steelbook, and slip with Steelbook, and I've got one. Although the Steelbook ain't the greatest, it's still a nice release, and I love the film. So yes, I've always looked for a decent priced Blade Runner 2049. And this other one that I can justify now is G.I. Jane with Demi Moore, because it's a film that I wanted in the collection that I haven't got in the collection until now. So again, great. So that's justified. So I can justify a small amount of releases like so. Okay. Let's get into those ones that I can't necessarily justify. The first one is that it wasn't a great film. And it's one of those ones where I'm like, okay, like I said, we bought them in bulk. We bought these things in bulk. We got free Steelbook that we sold, that we got money back on. Yeah, I've just got to wait for a low price Joker Blu-ray to sit inside this here. But I'm going to go with a questionable justification on that release. So now let's get into those ones that I can't really justify. The first being Critters. Okay, it's a really nice release. It's a lovely looking release. It's, you know, it's the sort of sets that I really like. But I've not seen the film, so it's a blind buy. I cannot justify a blind buy. Once I've seen the films, then the justification would go, yes, that's a justified purchase because I really enjoyed them. No, it's not justified because I thought they were a load of tripe. Yeah. So at the moment, that's sat as I can't justify it. The next one is Silent Night. Like I said, I was critical of the film when it came out. But I like Joel Kinnaman. I will give it another watch. It's a lovely Steelbook, but I can't justify a purchase because of it being a lovely Steelbook. Next up, Die Hard 4. It could go either way, but I've got the Die Hard films. I hate the title, Die Hard 4.0. I really like Live Free or Die Hard. So for me, if that was Live Free or Die Hard on this, I'd probably be saying, yeah, justify it. But that's just a little arty thing. But yeah, you know, but I can't really justify it. I didn't need it. Next up is Signs. Like I said, I would probably have picked it up at some point on 4K. It's a great, great film. I have it on Blu-ray. Am I really getting anything more out of it on 4K than what I am on Blu-ray? I don't know. I don't know. So that's going in the can't justify. Next up, I can't justify really is Riddick. Okay. Again, a film that I have on Blu-ray. I've upgraded to a 4K. Not 4K, to a Steelbook. Inevitably, there will be a 4K out. Maybe from Arrow at some point or something. But yeah, I don't think I'd then get the Arrow one because there we go. Then we have Moon Knight. Can I really justify that purchase? Not really, no. It's nice. It's nice, you know. If they'd done a Hawkeye one, I'd be like, yeah, fantastic. I can justify that because I loved Hawkeye. I've got the WandaVision one of these that came out. But yeah, Moon Knight, I can't really justify it. Next up, one I can't justify is Birds of Prey. Cine Museum. It's the second Cine Museum release I have. The first one is a Jaws release, okay? But Birds of Prey, can I justify that? No. No, no, no. Next up is The Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense. Not a film I'll revisit or watch often. I was sold on the Steelbook and the design. Not so much the design, because on paper as a picture it didn't look very good, but in hand it's a really nice Steelbook. But I shouldn't be able to justify a purchase based upon a Steelbook. So that's another one that I can't justify. Next up, I can't really justify again, although it's a lovely Steelbook, is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Because very critical of the film, although it is a very, very nice Steelbook. Very critical of the film. Not a very good film at all. Next up, that I can't justify. Godzilla 1954. 4K. Okay, I know it's 4K, but so why do I need that? Why? I don't. Next up, and although I'm very thankful to Lee Hills for getting these for me, I am. I can't really justify a Steelbook for Godzilla -1 because, well, have that. So yeah. And then the last purchase I don't think I can really justify is Train to Busan. This is one that after I said I would take it, and you know, I'd sent Lee the money for it, I was like, did I really need that? And part of that comes from the mindset that I'm in now, questioning everything. This is a great film. It's a fabulous film. It really, truly is, you know. And if I watch it in 4K, I'll probably change my opinion on whether I can justify it or not, because I've only got the Blu-ray. But yeah, but at the moment, as it stands, it's one I can't justify. So, you know, we have got almost a half split, I suppose, because, well, that's the stuff there I'm saying that I can't, right? And this shows, and this is the stuff that I'm saying, well, yeah, I can. Look at that. All right, I know there's a box set in here, but, you know, yeah, it's I don't know what's going on with me. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'll be honest, right? 2024 has been a crap year for me. It's been an abysmal year, and I'm not going to get into the reasons why. People know I've done videos about my mental health and this sort of thing, and it has been bad. I've had a lot of other family issues going on as well, with illness in the family and things like that a few people know, but not many people know about. I myself, I was, you know, I'll tell you this now, at the beginning of the year in February, I was attacked by some drug dealing scumbag around where I used to live. Suffered concussion. It went to court and all this sort of stuff. The geezer was arrested eventually, was picked up. He didn't turn up at court. Yeah, and you know, I was off sick from work from beginning of March right away through till late September. And that was on back of some sickness from last year as well, because of my mental health and this sort of a thing. And, you know, everything has culminated into me wanting to see the back of 2024. It's been a horrible, horrible year. Part of that has reflected in my channel, most definitely, in that, you know, I've probably not seemed as lively as what I once was, or anything, or upbeat as what I once was, and seem a lot more down. It's had profound impacts, but part of the impact that it's also had is had me questioning everything, and I don't know if that's part of a midlife crisis kind of a thing or what, but it's had me questioning what I'm doing with my money, why I'm collecting as much as I collect, and it's made me want to turn my focus onto other things. And I'm not saying that I'm stopping the channel or anything like that, but I'll certainly slow down on the output on the channel, because with everything that's happened, this channel is just not important. None of it is important. Views aren't important, subs aren't important, you know, none of that is important. All right, what's important now is that I want to focus on a new goal. That's what I want to do for 2025. I want to question everything that I buy. Do I need it? Case in point, right? We've had, you know, the Kill Bill and Jackie Brown steelbooks have come up 4K, right? I pre-ordered all three of them. I pre-ordered them. I then stepped back next day and I cancelled said pre-orders. What Jackie Brown I've never seen. It's a one Quentin Tarantino film I've never sat down and watched, even though I've got it on Amaray. Okay, never watched it. Kill Bill 1 and 2. I've got steelbooks for them. I've got steelbooks for both films. They're Blu-ray steelbooks. I don't think I've actually revisited the film on Blu-ray. Last time I would have watched it was probably DVD. So do I need to upgrade to a 4K? Do I need to be paying £35 per Steelbook for a film that I've got Steelbooks for on Blu-ray and not even watched whilst I've had them on Blu-ray? The answer is no. Okay? No. Oh, still sneezing, aren't I? So, yeah. So, you know, it's just made me question everything, basically. And so it'll be interesting to see, because as of January, looking into January, you know, I've got Hawkeye, I've got Loki, okay, there's Arrow version of The Cell, I think, is out. I have written down what's out. There's Justified, City Primeval or something, Primal City or something like that, the new Justified TV series. There's things like that I do want. There are a few titles that I do want, which I'll most definitely get. Now, with the Hawkeye and the Loki, what I tend to do is I sell the Blu-rays. I sell the Blu-rays on, because they give me money back. And someone who wants them but doesn't want to pay for a 4K Steelbook has the ability to own the Blu-rays for about whatever they pay for them. I usually do them in a case as well, a bootleg case. So I get a case with them. So it gives me a bit of the money back on those releases. They're £45 a shot. So if I get 20 quid back, I've only paid £25 per release, which is great. You know, I want to save. I could have come out of December. My plan was to come out of December having saved £500. I've saved £300. Obviously, I got a lot here that would have made up for that, and then some of that additional £200. But yeah, so you know, I don't know where I'm at. I know where I'm at. I know what I want to achieve, and I am focused on achieving that goal. It'll be interesting to see whether I can actually achieve that or not. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. That's not taking into account anything that, you know, could impact those savings as the year goes on, like, you know, unforeseen circumstances, things like that. But I'm talking about as long as that money isn't diverted to, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. You know, if it's like, oh, the car gets knackered and we got to put a load of money into the car, that's something different. If one of my children financially needs help, or my wife's children, and I have to divert money that direction, that's something different. That you know what I mean? But I'm talking about actually purchasing the crap that we purchase. That's where I want to focus on, dwindling down to just the justifiables. And part of that is me stepping away from Facebook, not seeing those Facebook sale groups. It's a start. But yes, anyway, there we go. A video look at the Christmas presents and the excessive amount of physical media pickups that came my way in December. Kicking myself, most definitely, but there we go. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And I'll see you soon. I will see you soon, obviously. But I certainly, hopefully, won't be doing no pickup videos. Now there might be, there are, I will say though, before I go, there are a couple of videos that I filmed back in November. I still haven't put up of openings, so I will put them up. I will put them up some point soon, so I just get them out of the way, done and dusted, and yeah, and I will show them in the January pickups, but I'll say that these weren't picked up in January, that sort of thing. But like I said, they're already pre-filmed. It's just I got into December and I took down a load of videos, and I've deleted some. I've deleted some videos that I had filmed because I just didn't want to put them up. But that's where we're at. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll have a good new year, and I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.